All right, so in this section, we're going to be using class-based views. Previously, we've been using function-based views, but we'll dive into class-based views and how we can use those in our Django project. So just like the other sections, we need to create a fresh Django project. This should be pretty familiar to you now, but we can go ahead and do that now. So the first thing we want to do is create an empty directory and cd into it and open it up in your editor of choice. Here I am in Visual Studio Code. And the next thing we want to do is create and activate a virtual environment. So we can say python-m via env, and then whatever you want to name it. I'll call it env. Awesome, so now our virtual environment is created, but we need to activate it. We say source env scripts activate. Perfect, and now we can start downloading the packages that we want, and they'll be housed inside of this virtual environment. So we can install Django, so we'll pip install Django. Awesome, so we have Django installed. We can type pip list to see what packages we have installed currently, and we should see there we have Django and some other dependencies. And the next thing we can do is start our Django project. So we can say Django-admin start project, and then the name of the project, we'll just call it config, and add a period so it just gets created in this directory. Perfect, so now we see our config project here with our settings.py. The next thing we're going to want to do is create an app. And so we'll create an app called LinkPlant. Since this is a Linktree clone, we'll call it LinkPlant. I know, not super original, but go ahead and name it whatever you'd like. So we can say Python manage.py start app, and then the name. Again, if you want to follow along exactly, we'll use link_plant. And we see that we have this app directory made here with some of the initial files. And like always, we need to add this to our settings.py. So in our config project folder, settings.py, we can minimize this terminal and go down to installed apps. And we need to tell Django, hey, we have another app that we want you to look at and see its files. So we'll say link_plant and add that trailing comma. And we'll add a little comment here that says local apps. And perfect. The last thing we can do is run the server just to make sure everything is working. So we say python manage.py run the server. And it has our development server here at 127.0.0.1.8,000. If we open that up in the browser, we see our Django rocket, and now we're ready to blast off. So we have our Django project set up. In the next video, we're going to add the models, so create the tables that will be in the database. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video.